And we're back. All right.
Hello?
So everyone is leveled up.
Wow.
And I can smell that everyone is nicotined up as well. We had a quick little snack as we'll continue the game. So you guys rest that evening in the hovel, leaving the two bodies of the rubbish roaches, or as more formally the professor knows, are called Formians. Formians are lawful extraplanar outsiders.
Can I do a phrenology check holding the skull of one of them?
I believe that is within your power with your weird psychometry spells or your weird esoteric uses of common skills. So this is called phrenology. Mm-hmm. So this is the next morning after you guys spent some time resting, penning in your spell books and putting finishing touches on things. Ludo and Manny that morning were pretend sparring with two sticks that they found.
Yeah, you're pretty quick, little man.
Zephyrus working in his book, looking at the professor who's also guarding the book he's working in. And then there's Pharisee and Pixel kind of, Pixel spent a lot of time that morning whispering into Pharisee's ear, telling her about all these things that Autumn has granted her. So the professor finally gets up. The smallness spell has definitely worn off by this point. Your regular size, and you're cupping one of their heads, with the non-smashed head, in your hands, and you're trying to figure out what this beastie is. Of course, you have a pile of their weapons that you haven't really done anything with. The two spears that are regular sized, the two shell shields, and I don't know who took the two remaining bug bombs. Two nets, a bunch of rope, and 6 javelins. So I think that's... You haven't played with those things yet. Spears that sort of morph and change size may be special. Holy DM clue by 4, Marty. So phrenology is the first thing I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think I rolled 29. I think it has 4 hit dice. I think I would determine its race, age, gender, alignment, class, and level. 4 hit die.
Phrenology skill, right? And this is a knowledge arcana. And what was your roll?
Yeah, 29.
Yeah, so the DC is 19. You can do this once per day. You can read any creature's skull. It takes 1 minute of scrutiny, so you're basically touching it and concentrating and seeing what you could learn from its skull, taking out weird measurement, like a measuring tape.
Yes, peculiar indeed. Quite interesting.
Okay. $29. So you determine its race and age. All right. It is indeed a Formian of the warrior caste. It's 4 years old. No, you're getting a weird... You're getting something weird about its age. You can't tell. It's either 4 or approximately 40. There's something odd about how this creature aged.
Strange. Not aging it more.
Its gender, I suppose it's male. Was a warrior. Its alignment is lawful neutral. And you also know that it has the law subtype. That's how lawful it is. It's an outsider with the lawful subtype. It doesn't have a class. And it's got 4 hit dice. Cool. So you learn a lot about the creature. You guys have no idea what the professor is doing, or you might if you have knowledge arcana.
I'm actually curious what the professor's doing.
Sure.
And I have knowledge arcana. $14.
It's nothing normal. Must be no, like as in there. It's not a normal use of. He seems to be concentrating a lot on the head. He must have special training to do what he's doing.
How strange.
And he just seems to be making notes in his book.
Yes, quite interesting. Yeah, indeed. Nasty.
But yeah, its sub-race is basically warrior caste. It's like written into this creature's makeup, like a warrior ant. You do surmise that the ones outside might have been workers, or a lesser caste, by the way that they were skittish, smaller, not carrying weapons, don't have thick armor. Of course, you'd like to get your hands on one to
Examine it.
examine it. Yep. The other one's head is too badly bashed in for you to perform the phrenology.
I wonder who did that.
All the insect cuts have been going down the stairs all evening. You hear a feminine voice kind of standing outside the stairs.
Well, I hear there was some excitement last night.
Ah, yes.
Madam.
I will
Her eyes go wide as she looks at the creatures.
quickly.
As the half-hag of Trashfall is standing at the bottom of the steps of the hovel that you guys have occupied for the evening.
I will sleight of hand out my wand of enhanced diplomacy. I will use a charge and quick stow it back away.
Okay, give me your sleight of hand check.
That's not good, but she's not watching, so
She seems a little distracted by the creatures.
22.
Okay, that means you successfully did a thing, but it is opposed by her perception. She is the half-hag after all. She gets a 25. She glances at what you're doing, but doesn't say anything. She seems more interested in the creatures. You get your spell off.
And I walk out to talk to her.
Oh, she's right at your...
Oh.
She's walking up the stairs while you're pulling out your wand and casting your spell.
I will step over the body
Yep.
and talk to her. Yes, madam. Well,
Oh, she stinks. There is this really, really pungent odor of her body odor. She seems to have some sort of slick in her hair, which is sort of braided, almost like in dreads. And her raggish clothing probably has diseases and fleas or ticks
I
or
will
lice.
step back
Okay.
over this guy.
She smiles. You avoid the cloud of halitosis that comes out of her mouth when she speaks next.
Yes, as you can see, we have fulfilled our part of the bargain here.
She smiles at you. She knows why you moved away.
And we are looking for our just payment for dispatching the creature with which you employed us to dispatch.
Were there any losses?
Losses? Oh, lost a bit of sleep, I'd say. Nothing we can't handle, though.
What are they?
You don't know. I thought you knew everything about this part of the world.
They are new to these parts. They do not look like they are from this pole.
Quite observant. Unfortunately, knowledge does not come cheap in this world, so if you'd like to know more about them, which of course we know, you will have to offer something in exchange.
Ah, I see. These are formidable creatures, yes?
Ooh, quite formidable. Look at the size of this one. I'll nudge it with my foot
Yep.
and get a little goo on it and grimace and shake my foot off.
I see they came from a tunnel. I
Yeah.
also hear from those that were watching your grand melee that some of them got away.
Just workers, I'd say. Nothing to worry about. Rather frightful creatures, but quite harmless if you stay away.
What do you mean, workers?
Well, as I said, if you'd like to know more, it will cost you.
How much?
What do you have to offer?
Do you like junk?
I like junk of certain properties not easily come by.
I've got a potion in my pocket.
That's a start.
It will make you as unseen as you can see the potion itself.
Oh, well, quite useful. Yes, I believe we could exchange information for this potion.
Okay. She puts her hand in her pocket, rummages around. You hear some clinking. She pulls out with her long claws a single vial. There's the slightest liquid inside, and there's a feather suspended in the potion.
Yes, thank you. And before the explanation, our payment for dispatching these two as well?
I was not expecting you to be as successful as you were.
Well, a deal is a deal nonetheless.
I will have to fetch your bag.
Thank you. And seeing as there were two,
She holds out the potion. She hands it to you.
I'll try to diplomacy to really get her to give it all she's got. Really dig deep. There are two after all.
Okay.
And see if I can
Yes, the
squeeze
killer was number 2 and some workers. Tell me about these workers.
Give me a diplomacy check. As you're trying to milk more out of her, I guess.
Oh, we're trying to milk her, alright. Milk this trash hag for all she's got. 19.
She seemed really interested in knowing more about them, so she digs around a little bit more, and she gives you a small jade figurine that you're pretty sure is supposed to be the queen of a chessboard. With your appraise, you know the figurine's worth $20.
Cool.
It's a bit dirty, but you can clean it off.
Everything she has is dirty.
Now tell me about these creatures.
I am going to launch into like a really long-winded professorial diatribe on them, positing all sorts of things about the behavior of insects and ants, slowly revealing all that I've gained from it, that it's a warrior caste, that there's other worker castes, so there's likely other castes, a queen involved.
A queen, you say? You mean there are more? How many?
It's hard to say. How deep do these tunnels go? There could be a whole hive of them under the city.
There aren't any tunnels down that way.
There must be. These came from tunnels, and they were going somewhere.
Will they return?
We've scared them off for now, but it's difficult to say. If I were you, I'd find any tunnels like this and stuff them full of every immovable object you can find. Probably not a bad idea.
What do they want?
Well, survival, I would think. They seem to be taking prisoners, perhaps for food, carrying away bodies. They are lawful, of a certain animal sense. They do have some sort of code they live by. What was the caster level on this invisibility potion?
You haven't identified it yet. But you can see these warrior caste ones, male.
Hard to say the age with these outsider creatures. Could be 4, could be 40.
More will come, won't they?
As I said, you should plug the holes. Make it difficult for them. Make them think twice.
You will leave their bodies here then.
Do you want their bodies?
She narrows her eyes.
I will show you where the slurry pipe is.
Wasn't she supposed to give us a bag of holding?
Yep.
While you deal with your adversary there, I shall go and fetch the bag.
Yes, well, I suppose he knows we're coming then, huh?
His little eyes, his little lambs likely saw your ruckus. As to whether or not he knows you're coming depends on you.
Peculiar, but yes.
That potion will help.
Indeed.
He tends to go out at night. And his sights have been set very high as of late.
And she actually glances physically up, like at the top of the mountain. You know that the sovereignty and the nobility live way the fuck up there.
I see. Quite interesting.
That they have entire valleys on the other side of the mountain full of like lush gardens and expensive farms and estates and things that, you know, the lower class of the slough would never even get to see in their lifetime.
Yes, well, I suppose that is our business anyway. Thank you, madam.
Body, stay here. You have your potion. I fetch your bag after I show you where the slurry pipe is.
Me a sense motive, Professor, and anyone else who's listening. The DC's 23.
Well, I'm not going to get that. 19.
Some sense motive, but it's not super.
Alright, it just seems like a chore. Like, look,
Earth doesn't get it.
Her
27.
Her story, aside from Parasite, her story sounds reasonable. And I didn't expect you guys to do it so quickly. I didn't go home last night. You get the sense that there's something about the bag. Like you get this little tingling feeling about there's something that isn't quite right.
Do you have the bag?
Not on me.
Does Gaedran Lamm have the bag?
No.
You.
I misplaced it in my cave. It would take me some time to find it. Don't worry, no one steals from the Half-Hag treasure.
She's hiding something. Like there's just something off.
We'll see.
Are you ready? While the children are likely awake and creating the bounties of future feasts from the slurry that comes down from high. Gaedran is a creature of night. If you're lucky, you may find him napping.
I'll turn to the group. Shall we?
Manny says, after picking up one of these spears, what does this do?
Not much. You have an eye for such things.
Oh, yes, it's a high quality, strange metal, yes. Lambert says yes. Don't know what it does, though. I need a wizard to identify. Do not worry, such services can be provided to you on behalf of, Dumba.
While he's talking and take a look.
Yeah. Do you have identifier or are you just doing the spellcraft?
We'll just do a spellcraft check.
I'll take a look too. I'm curious about this.
29.
The spears look kind of like fashioned in a similar way. 29?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll just listen to whatever he says.
Yes! I'll adjust my glasses.
Okay.
Launch into another diatribe.
It is a Formian transforming spear. It is a +1 spear. As a move action, no AOO, the wielder can transform the weapon to one of three options: into a normal spear, into a long spear, or into a short spear.
You have two of them.
They are medium-sized, however.
Was it long spear, medium spear?
Yeah, here, let me, I've got a copy and pasta.
I'll just...
I'll delete those. It's kind of like it's not even a command. It's sort of like a manipulate action to do it as a move. You have to kind of touch it in a certain place and twist it a certain way.
I'll detect magic on the other stuff we found.
There is. It's only the Formian spears that are radiating magic.
What about the jade figurine?
The jade figurine is just somebody's chessboard piece.
Mm-hmm. Did we ever detect magic on the demon steel scimitar and the light steel shield with the lower planar symbols and the small dagger?
They are not magical. Let me double check my notes.
Well, I want the bombs and the net. One of the nets. The bombs and one of the nets.
Sounds reasonable to me.
And then some of the crystal and copper and silver.
I would say we would all get our share of the coin. Maybe we can let our friend back at the cantina know we got a little less than what our shares turned out to be, if you catch my drift.
I do catch your drift.
Scandalous.
I'll turn around. Are you still there, madam?
So we're selling these spears then? The magic spears?
I have no use for such things.
Bossman, you could use these.
Me or you?
I could use one.
I think you. I think those.
You could use one, he points at the professor.
Surely you must be joking.
He after you show him how to make it big, he makes it big and then thrusts it into your hand and makes you point it out. Do you have simple weapon proficiency?
Yeah.
All right, but he's
You hold it like this and like this.
Okay. I'll hold on to it.
You can hold it, but if you're keeping it, it comes out of your share.
As I said, I don't have much use for a spear. I do have use for some Zollers and Zents, though.
Malbert can help you for a tiny fee. Sell all the goods you find from this excursion.
Ah, splendid.
Sure.
We keep these for now, they're good weapons.
Well, we have to carry them. Someone has to carry them. May as well poke things while you're carrying it.
okay. Mandreas has both of the spears shortened to short spears and sticks them onto his back.
Can I take the bombs?
Yes, of course. Put them to good use. Just make sure you don't get any of those bugs on me.
Because I think Manny can whip things pretty good.
In one net. Do you want a bomb, Manny?
Give a bomb to Ludo.
Yeah.
But,
Here you go, Ludo.
You catch it. A couple of ants come out of like some of the seams in the leather ball.
I carefully hold it out in front of me.
Yeah, Manny's got the custom feat brutal throw. So he adds his strength to throw weapons to hit as well as to damage.
Yeah.
So magic ammunition until you guys want to sell it. Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to keep them for 2,300 gold pieces. They're like 8,300 gold pieces.
A piece?
No, well, but there are two of them.
Yeah.
So if you sold them, that's 8,300 Zollers.
Shit, boys.
Yeah. We gotta sell those.
We're in money.
It's more money than any of us have ever. Well, that's probably. I'd
All right,
probably piss
so-
that away.
You have one bomb. I'm gonna take
One
two.
bomb.
Levi, has your computer died again?
No, I'm frozen though.
Oh, you can just sit very still.
Yeah.
That's a good one to freeze.
In a contemplative pose. It's just the constant contemplative Levi. Manny will also take the 6 javelins because why not?
He was made of stone. That was good.
He'll take things to throw.
Look at Luke. They're like Lucky Luke.
Lucky Luke, best in the West.
Okay, yeah, she's still standing there.
I leave the bodies on you. Then make sure you take all your things with you. I will not be responsible when the owner, when the people who stay here return.
Yes. I'll turn back to the group and say, "What? Well, one contract successfully completed.
3 more.
It would appear so, yes.
Shall we follow her?"
Mamba has a small clause to point out in the contract.
Oh.
It appears that the Slurry Pipe might very well be a legitimate business. Unfortunately, my god does not permit me to perform raid upon legitimate business without okay of upper priest. I can, however, wait outside and provide guidance that way.
Define legitimate business.
It has name, it performs function, and has product
Product.
or service.
Oh.
I believe we ate the proof in the pudding.
Can you go into a legitimate business and buy things?
Oh, certainly.
Then go into the legitimate business with us and buy something.
Would you like me to go in there and buy something to get a look around?
No, I want you to go in and buy something while staying near us and healing us.
Oh, well, yes. I suppose that will work.
I mean, if someone attacks you in a legitimate business, do you have to run away?
No, but...
You could defend yourself if someone attacked you first.
Yes, I thought I would just point out my own limitations. It's all in the contract.
And he shows you several small, fine prints that point to other several fine prints.
That sounds great.
Yes.
That sounds oddly specific.
It sounds like he didn't get his third level and is just a hireling at this point.
Fair enough.
Okay, are you guys walking down the trash lane with the hag?
Of course we are. Can
Sure.
you make it day again?
Yes.
Damn it.
Yeah. Vision off. Okay. I'm going to paste you guys to a new map called Slurry Pipe.
Can you actually grab the unseen servant wherever he went?
No.
I see him up here.
And the lantern?
Do we need a lantern?
The lantern is the thing that has the light on it if you
Yeah.
open it up.
But the unseen servant will be carrying the lantern if anyone is.
And I'll be casting dancing lights in any case, so we might want to take that too.
Okay. Standing on a precarious slope is a single-story wooden building. You can smell the fish funk from many yards away. The building is somewhat isolated as it's sitting on the side of the cliff. You can see in the distance this massive trash mound coming from a huge cliff face, kind of off in the distance. Nothing is currently following the trash mound, but the trash is heaped up so high along the side of the mountain, suggesting that the dumpings from the misty heights above have happened many, many times. Coming out of the mist is this really long and sturdy-looking steel pipe that goes right into the side of the building of the Slurry Pipe. Like it's several hundred feet with some bracings at several corners, and then it just sort of snakes up the side of the mountain and sort of disappears.
Okay.
Like it's also coming from above.
Yes.
So it's coming from above, so we can walk under it.
Yeah, you can walk under the pipe. The pipe is this brown thing here. It looks like part of the walkway that is open and exposed a little bit more. It is like a rickety old veranda of sorts, sort of a walled area with some rickety planks that kind of expose the beginning of the cliff below, and then the front end of the building, which you can see part of here, is all kind of standing on stilts.
Okay. Okay.
To keep up this half of this half of the building.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like the building is going. Like there's an upper floor, and then there might be stairs that lead down to another floor, and then that part is on stilts.
Okay. Yeah.
But you can see the front doors. The hag just basically points.
There you will find many of the lambs hard at work, creating the delicious treats that keep us fed. I would highly suggest that you don't walk out of this place with a reputation for murdering children.
Yes, well.
It is perhaps the only thing that keeps Gaedran from being attacked in these parts. Mind you, I have noticed, as have others, that fewer and fewer children leave from this place as of late. And no, I've checked. They're not being fed.
Children aren't being fed?
To you.
Oh. Yes. To them.
Thank you for that.
No, that would likely be on the illicit list of things. Not allowed to eat sentients here in the sovereignty. No. Yes, I'm sure they follow all sovereignty rules here.
I'm sorry I'm sorry I even thought for a moment about wondering whether you'd know how they... Anyway.
No. The children are going in, but they're not coming out. We tend to count things.
Yeah.
Assess here.
They go onto the train. And then to somewhere else.
She seems confused by you saying they go into the train.
Probably sacrificed.
He does have a pet that in days of old he would feed the most rebellious to, but that creature cannot simply eat that much meat. And I have checked its droppings. The children are not being fed to him any longer.
What is this creature you speak of?
A lizard. Now, I shall go fetch your bag.
Yes, see that you do that.
Don't think we won't come out.
Then perhaps I shall linger and watch from afar.
And she starts walking past the building in the direction of the trash fall. She stops maybe about 100 yards past the building and like pretends to tie her shoe and then sits down on a rock and is kind of watching from afar. It's the morning, so a big crowd of people, like all kind of shabby. You're like, are those lepers? They're all kind of clustered together in many layers of robes, different races, and they're missing bits. Like some of them are missing fingers and noses, and yeah, they've all got picking bags and some of the picking sticks, but they seem strangely shambolic and kind of clustered together. You're pretty sure just a leper colony of about 20 lepers have just waddled on by. Some of them looking at you and sneering at you as they're heading out to work.
Oh, horrid. Take the card out and look at it.
Okay. The card is just gushing with blood.
Ooh. No images though?
It actually goes. There's like a. It's like it's still pumping blood.
I'll close
And you have the feeling of shock. Like you are, for a brief moment, Professor, your own head just sort of tumbled off the back of your body, and you were seeing the back of your body kind of as your head was rolling away.
I think we're getting close.
Professor kind of stumbles around for a moment.
Feel.
Give me a will save as you've now concentrated on the card and you know the feeling of being decapitated and seeing your own decapitated body stagger around.
Oh God!
16?
Okay, you managed to keep your wits about you. Your body was strangely feminine looking, and you're pretty sure that Zolara had just told you that her head was cut off.
Yes. I think we are nearby where they killed her. Oh, I've seen it. Oh, hold on. Let me steady myself.
Let's try not to get ourselves killed.
Yes.
I'll lean up
Okay.
against Zephyros's leg as I steady myself.
Yeah, you steady yourself, still holding onto the card, and the card just sort of melts into blood in your hand, and it's just covering your hand in blood, and then the blood is kind of ectoplasmic, it goes transparent, and then it's gone. The card has disappeared.
Totally?
Yep.
Oh. Interesting.
It's gone. I think this is it. We've gone as far as her clinging life force will take us. It's up to us now, I think.
Pixel, can you just fly around the outside of the building and peek in the windows? You're welcome to make sure you can see us at all the time.
And she's like, I'm not afraid of him.
Good. See what you can see.
But she ends up spending a lot of time within sight of you.
Yeah.
She peeks in around the corner, she goes, she calls back, kinda. Stairs leading down to a door.
Where are the people getting in line for food? Is it
They're not
front
getting in
door?
line for food. They are heading off towards the trash pit to probably do a day's worth of picking.
Is there look like it's a line for food anywhere?
Nope.
Like the kids make.
You definitely do see smoke coming out of a chimney, perhaps in the back room, the one that's kind of further down. Pixel then is flying around the backside here, and she says she kind of comes back right away. She says stagnant water, like a pool of water below the. A pool of water in a level below this one. Well, it might only be one level story high, like it might be built in a little bit. And she said there's a pool of water down there.
So, careful, don't fall in the water.
Yep. She does say that underneath there's a walkway and that leads to a door.
A walkway across the pool?
Yeah, she says she's pointing to this side.
Yeah.
She says that there's a long stairs that go down and then there's a walkway underneath.
So there's the front door here.
Yep.
And inside, there's some stairs going down.
No, it's on the outside.
Oh, outside. Yes. Yes.
So I've uncovered a bit of the building.
And then there's a walkway around.
Arrows point up.
Yep.
So this is a long, raggedy staircase that leads
Yep.
down, and she's saying that there's a little bit of a like underneath. There's a little bit of a walkway and a door that leads into the basement of this half of the building.
That might be a good way in.
Open to ideas. I have no experience with
Breaking and entering.
She says all the windows are like boarded up and really dirty. She says that there is a door on the other side after flying around,
Mm-hmm.
and then a double door at the front, which you can kind of see if you go and check out. She hasn't poked her way in. She says the place is pretty sealed up tight, like strangely sealed up tight. Boards with nails on both sides, shutters, some broken or ruddy windows.
Seems like a lair. I think we should go in by the most obscure entrance.
I think going in where we're least expected is
Point
a
out where the
good
chimney
idea.
is. So this is a raggedy chimney that goes in. There's smoke billowing out of it, like a furnace full of smoke.
Probably not in there.
And I will expose where the building basically is split. So that line, that lower half is up higher than the half below.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yes. So, around the front, down the stairs, and then along the walkway into the building.
Before we make our way out, I will cast Unseen Servant.
Follow me, the unseen servant.
Do we not think we need to do our skill level or something?
Oh, sure. I cast Mage Armor.
Good reminder. She gives you snark and then it's like,
That is going to be how this character works.
Good idea. Are you casting Mage Armor on Pixel, or are there enough?
I have one casting
Okay.
of it.
Sephiroth also casts Mage Armor.
Pixel's going to cast Hide Armor. She's going to hide and stay hidden.
Nice.
Shall we?
All right. Your unseen servant is medium size, right? It only moves at 20.
It only moves at 15.
Yeah. So it's really slow though.
Yeah.
So it's not really an adventuring spell. Otherwise, you're moving at half speed.
Yeah, it's
Sneak. Let's sneak.
sounds good. It's shapeless. I don't think it has a size.
Okay. So it's following you at like a very slow pace. How are you guys approaching? Feel free to move your miniatures.
I think we're gonna sneak down to the wall. Sneak down to here, right?
Okay. So you
Around
guys are
here, and then
sneaking.
we go down up there, right?
Nobody's really watching you, so
Yeah.
you're able to get to this corner. No
Yep.
problem. The unseen servant catches up, and Pixel's flying around.
And then I think we'll sneak along the front of the building here,
Okay.
like this, essentially.
I'll move so.
Okay. You can hear some laughter inside. This boarded up window. You can hear some noise.
Oh, and then I kicked him in the groin. He fell over, his coins went flying all over the place. Yeah, how many coins there, Ronnie? 7. That's not what you told him. Look, Shanks, shut up. You'll beat me if it finds out. What do you mean? You got more coins in there? Nothing?
You just hear movement and
That
chatter.
sounds like Gaedran's Lambs. So I think we'll keep moving.
Okay. So these two doors, one is ajar, and you can see a little bit of smoke coming out, like pipe smoke. I don't know if you guys are running past the ajar door.
I think we'll
I think we're moving slowly.
sneak past it.
Yeah, we're going to try and
Okay.
sneak past it.
All right. So you can see a little bit in. There is a dirty old welcome mat that is inside the double doors.
Pixel's actually going to go in slightly and back out.
Okay. So Pixel takes a look in. Give me a stealth check for Pixel
You bet.
and a perception check for Pixel.
Mm. Just 1 second. Alright, Pixel's skills are on my sheet.
In my reverie upstairs in Zalara's room, when I spent the night up there and like lived her whole life, did I get a clear idea of what her sons looked like? Would there have been pictures around too? I would have maybe seen some of her memories as I went through all of her days. Will I be able to recognize this guy if I see him?
You never got a clear picture of him, like only like wisps. But yeah, your son had dark hair, short cropped, big brown dark eyes. They're Romani.
Hide 32, perception 9.
Okay, so Pixel goes in as you guys are all stopped in. She quickly comes back. She says,
There's one of the children sitting at a chair, a big desk, and the child's writing in a book. Lots of doors. And up to the left, I can hear the children working, laughing. The child at the desk is, I don't know, he's working hard on something in the book.
Okay.
okay, you're gonna stealth past the open door.
Yep.
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah, just you're kind of going one at a time. Let me see if
24. For Garrison.
perception plus 7. (24)
Yep.
At a distance of 20.
Ah,
So 26. So Pharisee has managed to, and this is, we'll just do a.
Close, though.
What is your movement rate?
20.
Okay, so you're able to sneak 20 feet past the door.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to occur. Ludo, what is your stealth? Is you're sneaking past the door?
Ooh, actually, I just gypped myself. Yikes.
16.
Oh, add 1 to that. 17.
Okay, so Ludo, a patch of ground kind of squished. You're like, hello there. You're the child.
I kind of give a small glance back to everybody, like, well,
What you want?
hello.
You want some crisps?
Sounds delightful. I'm gonna enter.
Alright, don't discriminate here.
Child seems to be quite adept with the pen. Give me a perception check as you step into the room.
Creeper.
The welcome mat has the E backwards for some reason. It's like embroidered into the horsehair mat at the doorway. You step across that, nothing happens.
22.
This place seems to have some sort of like fish motif. You know the people who like to like put
Pufferfish.
yeah, it's like a pufferfish hanging from a string and a bunch of like faux fishing rope or fishing net across one wall with like a couple of lobsters in it,
Right.
and like a big gaff hook that you'd find on a boat or a pirate ship of some sort. There seems to be a lot of like fish motif in here.
I love what
The
you
22. This kid's nose is way too big. His face is way too wide. He's a gnome who's pretending and dressed up to be an urchin. I'm going to force that token to the back, and you can see through his disguise.
Okay. Well, I love what you've done with this place.
Oh yeah, the boss seems to like boats. He went through a boat phase. I served on a boat for a while.
At such a young age.
Oh. Right.
His eyes narrow.
Haven't seen you before. Is that a mining helmet?
I've been known to crawl about mountains, yes.
You here to feed some miners?
Just one. Myself, I suppose.
Small fry, huh?
He smiles. Give me a bluff check. You're here to kill him. To kill him. Only got a +2 to this.
21.
Nice. 16. All right.